Long before the icy winds scoured its summit, long before it pierced the clouds, and even long before humanity gave it a name, Mount Everest was submerged beneath a vast, ancient ocean. Roughly 450 million years ago, during the Ordovician period, the area now known as the Himalayas lay at the bottom of the Tethys Ocean. The Earth's surface was still organizing itself. Tectonic plates drifted, collided, and separated like enormous rafts floating on molten magma. The ocean floor was covered in marine sediments, calcium-rich shells of sea creatures, silts, and sands, slowly compacted over eons to form limestone, shale, and sandstone. Incredibly, the summit of Mount Everest today is made primarily of marine limestone, containing fossilized remains of ancient ocean-dwelling creatures. These fossils provide irrefutable evidence that Everest, now the highest point on Earth, was once deep underwater. The story of Everest's transformation begins around 50 million years ago in the Eocene epoch, during a monumental geological event, the collision of the Indian Plate with the Eurasian Plate. What makes the Himalayas, and Everest in particular, unique is that this process is still active. The Indian Plate continues to press northward at a rate of about 2 inches per year, pushing the Himalayas ever higher. This makes Mount Everest not just the tallest mountain, but also one of the youngest major mountains on Earth. Known locally as Sagarmatha in Nepali, Forehead of the Sky, and Chomolungma in Tibetan, Goddess Mother of the World, the peak remained revered, but largely unmeasured for centuries. In the mid-19th century, British surveyors conducting the Great Trigonometrical Survey of India identified a mountain, previously referred to as Peak 15, as the highest in the world. In 1865, it was renamed Mount Everest by the Royal Geographical Society in honor of Sir George Everest, the British Surveyor General of India. Ironically, he never saw the mountain himself. Mount Everest stands at an officially recognized height of 8,848.86 meters, 29,031.7 feet, above sea level, as confirmed by a joint survey by China and Nepal in 2020. The height is not static. Due to tectonic activity and earthquakes, Everest's elevation can fluctuate slightly over time. The summit lies on the border between Nepal and Tibet, China, drawing climbers from both the south and north sides. First successful ascent. On May 29, 1953, Sir Edmund Hillary, New Zealand, and Tenzing Norgay, Nepal, reached the summit via the South Col route. They used supplemental oxygen and faced extreme conditions. Their achievement is legendary, not just for their success, but for their humility and teamwork. Notable expeditions: 1924. George Mallory and Andrew Irvine disappeared near the summit. Their fate remains one of mountaineering's greatest mysteries. 1975. Junko Tabei of Japan became the first woman to summit Everest. 1996. Disaster. A sudden storm led to the deaths of 8 climbers in a single day, immortalized in John Krakauer's Into Thin Air. 2019 and 2023. Record numbers of climbers created traffic jams near the summit, raising concerns about overcrowding and commercialization. Technology and Mount Everest satellite imaging and drone footage have revolutionized Everest mapping. Weather forecasting for climbers is more accurate than ever. 5G connectivity was introduced at base camp in 2020 by China. Smart gear, thermal sensors, oxygen flow monitors is now part of major expeditions. Basic facts about Mount Everest height: 8,848.86 meters, 29,031.7 feet. Age approximately 50 million years. Uplift. Summit rock approximately 450 million years old. Location: Nepal, China, Tibet Autonomous Region. First ascent: May 29, 1953. Number of climbers: 2,024. 6,500 summits. Cumulative fatalities: 330 confirmed deaths. Fascinating Everest facts. Fastest ascent, Lakpa Gelu Sherpa, 10 hours, 56 minutes, from base camp to summit, 2003. Oldest summiter, Yuichiro Miura, Japan, 80 years old. Youngest summiter, Jordan Romero, USA, 13 years old, 2010 from the north side. Record holder. Kami Rita Sherpa has summited Everest 30 times as of 2024. Frozen time. Capsules. Everest is littered with the bodies of fallen climbers, many perfectly preserved due to the cold. Discarded gear, oxygen bottles, and human waste prompted cleanup campaigns. Everest is often called the world's highest garbage dump, a notorious stretch near the summit named for the colorful down suits of deceased climbers visible in the snow.